As a brain doctor, I'm shocked. This sleeping position raises Alzheimer risk. What if I told you that the way you've been sleeping for decades could be silently increasing your risk of developing Alzheimer's disease by up to 60%? As someone who has spent years studying the brain and working with patients facing cognitive decline, I was absolutely stunned when recent groundbreaking research revealed that one specific sleeping position, one that millions of people use every single night, could be dramatically hampering your brain's natural ability to cleanse itself of toxic proteins that lead to dementia. By the end of this video, you'll discover exactly which sleeping position is putting your brain at risk. Understand the shocking science behind why this happens. Learn about your brain's incredible nighttime detox system that most people don't even know exists, and find out the simple adjustment that could potentially slash your Alzheimer's risk while improving your sleep quality dramatically. But here's what really concerned me as a medical professional. The position I'm talking about might be the exact one you used last night. And what I'm about to share could completely transform not just how you sleep, but how well your brain ages over the next 20 to 30 years. When I first came across this research, I'll admit I was skeptical. After all, we've been told for years that sleep is important for brain health, but the idea that something as simple as sleeping position could have such a profound impact on Alzheimer's risk seemed almost too straightforward. However, as I dug deeper into the scientific studies and began to understand the mechanisms involved, I realized we were looking at one of the most significant discoveries in brain health research in recent years. Have you ever wondered why you sometimes wake up feeling mentally foggy even after what seemed like a full night's sleep? Or why some mornings your thinking feels crystal clear while others leave you struggling to concentrate? The answer might literally be lying in how your head hits the pillow each night. Let's start with something that might completely change how you think about sleep and brain health. Your brain has its own specialized cleaning system, discovered only in the last decade, called the glymphatic system. Think of it as your brain's personal janitorial crew that works the night shift. While you're sleeping, this system becomes incredibly active, flushing out metabolic waste, toxic proteins, and cellular debris that accumulate in your brain during waking hours. But here's the crucial part that shocked even researchers. This cleaning system works dramatically better in certain sleeping positions than others. The sleeping position that raises Alzheimer's risk the most is sleeping on your stomach, also known as the prone position. When you sleep face down, several things happen that interfere with your brain's natural detoxification process. First, this position often requires you to turn your head to one side to breathe, which can compress blood vessels and lymphatic channels in your neck. These vessels are crucial highways for removing waste from your brain. When they're compressed or restricted, it's like trying to drain a bathtub through a partially blocked pipe. The process becomes sluggish and ineffective. Are you someone who has always been a stomach sleeper because it feels comfortable or helps you fall asleep faster? You're not alone. About 16% of adults prefer this position. But what you might not realize is that this comfort could be coming at a significant cost to your long-term brain health. When your brain can't effectively clear out toxic proteins, like amyloid beta and tau, the hallmark proteins associated with Alzheimer's disease, these substances begin to accumulate over time, potentially setting the stage for cognitive decline years or even decades later. The research that brought this to light involved advanced brain imaging techniques that could actually visualize the flow of cerebrospinal fluid through the brain during sleep. Scientists found that when people slept on their stomachs, the flow rate of this crucial cleansing fluid was reduced by as much as 40% compared to other sleeping positions. Imagine if your home's plumbing system was only working at 60% efficiency. Over time, you'd start to see backup and accumulation of waste. The same principle applies to your brain, but it's not just about fluid flow. Stomach sleeping also affects the alignment of your spine and neck, which can impact the nervous system pathways that regulate the glymphatic system. Your brain's cleaning crew doesn't just work automatically. It's controlled by complex neural networks that can be disrupted by poor positioning and the resulting physical stress on your neck and upper spine. Have you ever woken up with a stiff neck after sleeping on your stomach? That physical discomfort is actually a sign that important anatomical structures have been under stress all night long. The connection between sleep position and Alzheimer's risk becomes even more concerning when we consider that the brain's waste removal system naturally becomes less efficient as we age. In your 50s and 60s, your glymphatic system is already working harder to maintain the same level of cleanliness it achieved effortlessly in your younger years. Adding the additional burden of poor sleeping position could push this system beyond its capacity to keep your brain healthy. Think about your current sleep routine and how it's evolved over the years. Many people develop a preference for stomach sleeping because of back pain, sleep apnea, or simply habit, but they don't realize they might be trading short-term comfort for long-term cognitive risks. Are you sleeping on your stomach because other positions cause discomfort? Or have you simply never considered that your sleeping position might affect your brain health? Understanding your motivations can help you make more informed decisions about potentially changing this habit. Research has also shown that stomach sleeping can affect sleep quality in ways that further compound the Alzheimer's risk. People who sleep in this position often experience more frequent wake-ups during the night, lighter sleep phases, and reduced time in the deep sleep stages that are most crucial for brain detoxification. It's during these deep sleep phases that your glymphatic system kicks into high gear, and anything that reduces time spent in these restorative stages could be limiting your brain's ability to maintain optimal health. The second most problematic sleeping position for brain health is sleeping on your back with multiple pillows that elevate your head too high. While back sleeping is generally considered good for spinal alignment, elevating the head excessively can create similar problems to stomach sleeping by altering the natural flow of cerebrospinal fluid. When your head is positioned too high relative to your body, gravity works against the drainage system, making it harder for toxic proteins to be cleared from brain tissue. Have you been told by a doctor to sleep with your head elevated because of acid reflux, sleep apnea, or other medical conditions? While these recommendations are important for managing those specific health issues, it's worth discussing with your healthcare provider whether there are ways to address your medical needs while optimizing your brain's cleaning system. Sometimes, small adjustments in pillow height or the use of a wedge-shaped pillow can provide the elevation you need for other health issues while still maintaining better conditions for brain detoxification. The optimal sleeping position for brain health, according to current research, is side sleeping, particularly sleeping on your left side. This position allows for the most efficient flow of cerebrospinal fluid through the brain's waste removal pathways. The left side specifically seems to offer advantages because of the way it positions major blood vessels and allows for optimal heart function during sleep, which supports overall circulation, including blood flow to and from the brain. But making the switch from stomach sleeping or elevated back sleeping to side sleeping isn't always easy, especially if you've maintained the same sleeping position for decades. Your body has adapted to certain positions, and changing sleep habits can initially lead to some discomfort or difficulty falling asleep. Are you concerned about how changing your sleeping position might affect your ability to get a good night's rest? This is a common worry, but there are strategies that can help make the transition smoother and more successful. One of the most effective approaches is to make gradual changes rather than trying to switch positions overnight. Start by spending just the first part of the night in a side sleeping position, and if you naturally roll onto your stomach during sleep, don't worry about it initially. Over time, your body will begin to adapt to the new position. Using a body pillow can provide support and make side sleeping more comfortable, especially if you're used to the feeling of pressure on your front that stomach sleeping provides. The pillow you use for side sleeping is crucial for maintaining proper alignment and supporting your brain's detoxification process. Your pillow should be thick enough to fill the space between your shoulder and neck, keeping your spine in a neutral position. Too thin, and your head will tilt downward. Too thick, and it will be pushed upward. Either scenario can affect the positioning of blood vessels and lymphatic channels in your neck. Are you currently using the same pillow you've had for years? Or have you given much thought to whether your pillow is actually supporting your health goals? Many people underestimate the importance of having the right pillow for their preferred sleeping position. A pillow that works well for back sleeping might be completely wrong for side sleeping, and using the wrong pillow can actually negate many of the benefits of switching to a brain-healthier sleeping position. The timing of this research couldn't be more critical. We're currently experiencing unprecedented rates of Alzheimer's disease and other forms of dementia, with millions of baby boomers entering the age ranges where these conditions typically develop. While genetics certainly plays a role in Alzheimer's risk, lifestyle factors including sleep habits are increasingly recognized as modifiable risk factors that could significantly impact whether someone develops the disease. What's particularly exciting about this discovery is that unlike many other Alzheimer's risk factors, sleeping position is completely within your control and costs nothing to change. You don't need expensive supplements, special equipment, or medical interventions. You simply need knowledge and the commitment to make a change that could benefit your brain for decades to come. The research has also revealed some fascinating details about exactly when during the night this brain cleaning process is most active. The glymphatic system reaches peak activity during the deeper stages of non-REM sleep, typically occurring in the first half of the night. This means that your sleeping position during those crucial first few hours of sleep might be even more important than your position later in the night. Do you tend to fall asleep in one position but wake up in a completely different one? Many people do, and this actually might work in your favor if you can train yourself to start the night in an optimal position for brain cleaning. Even if you move during sleep, beginning the night on your side could allow your brain to get the maximum benefit during those peak cleaning hours. The implications of this research extend beyond just Alzheimer's prevention. The same toxic protein accumulation that contributes to Alzheimer's disease is also associated with other neurodegenerative conditions, cognitive decline, and even normal age-related changes in brain function. By optimizing your sleep position for better brain cleaning, you might be supporting your overall cognitive health and mental sharpness as you age. Think about the people you know who have maintained remarkable mental clarity well into their 80s and 90s. While we can't know for certain what factors contributed to their cognitive longevity, it's possible that habits like optimal sleep positioning played a role. Are there specific lifestyle factors you've noticed among the sharpest older adults in your life? Sometimes the most powerful health interventions are hiding in plain sight. The connection between sleep and brain health goes even deeper when we consider that poor sleep is both a risk factor for Alzheimer's and an early symptom of the disease. This creates what researchers call a vicious cycle. Brain changes associated with Alzheimer's can disrupt sleep, and poor sleep can accelerate the brain changes that lead to Alzheimer's. By optimizing your sleep position to support better brain cleaning, you might be breaking into this cycle at a crucial point. Another factor that makes this research particularly relevant for people in their 50s, 60s, and beyond is that age-related changes in sleep architecture make the quality of sleep even more important. As we get older, we naturally spend less time in the deep sleep stages when brain cleaning occurs most effectively. This means that making the most of the deep sleep we do get becomes increasingly crucial for maintaining brain health. Are you someone who has noticed changes in your sleep patterns as you've gotten older? Maybe you're waking up more frequently during the night, or you don't feel as rested as you used to after a full night's sleep. While some age-related sleep changes are normal, optimizing factors like sleeping position might help you get more benefit from the sleep you do get. The research has also highlighted the importance of sleep consistency for brain health. Going to bed and waking up at roughly the same times each day helps regulate your body's internal clock, which in turn optimizes the timing and efficiency of the glymphatic system. When you combine consistent sleep timing with an optimal sleeping position, you're creating the best possible conditions for your brain's nightly cleanup process. Environmental factors in your bedroom can also support or hinder the brain cleaning process. Temperature, in particular, plays a crucial role. Your brain's waste removal system works most effectively when your body temperature drops during sleep, which is why sleeping in a cool room typically promotes better sleep quality. The optimal bedroom temperature for most people is between 65 and 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Have you ever noticed that you sleep better and feel more alert the next day when your bedroom is cooler? This isn't just about comfort. It's actually supporting your brain's natural detoxification process. Combining a cool sleeping environment with the optimal sleeping position creates synergistic effects that can significantly enhance your brain's ability to clear toxic proteins. The quality and material of your mattress can also influence how well you're able to maintain a healthy sleeping position throughout the night. A mattress that's too soft might not provide adequate support for side sleeping, while one that's too firm might create pressure points that cause you to toss and turn, disrupting both sleep quality and optimal positioning. When was the last time you evaluated whether your mattress is actually supporting your health goals? Many people sleep on the same mattress for 10, 15, or even 20 years without considering whether it's still providing the support they need. If you're making the effort to optimize your sleeping position for brain health, it makes sense to ensure that your mattress is helping rather than hindering your efforts. The psychological aspects of changing sleep habits shouldn't be underestimated either. Many people have strong emotional attachments to their preferred sleeping positions, often dating back to childhood. The position that helps you feel safe and comfortable might be deeply ingrained, and changing it can initially cause anxiety or difficulty falling asleep. Are you someone who has slept the same way for as long as you can remember? If so, be patient with yourself as you work to optimize your sleep position for brain health. Remember that this is a long-term investment in your cognitive future, and some temporary discomfort as you adjust might be well worth the potential benefits for your brain health over the coming decades. It's also worth considering how your sleep partner's preferences and movements might affect your ability to maintain an optimal sleeping position. If you share a bed with someone who tosses and turns frequently or prefers a very different sleeping arrangement, you might need to have conversations about how to optimize both of your sleep environments for better health. The research on sleep, position, and Alzheimer's risk is still evolving, with new studies being published regularly that add to our understanding of these connections. What we know now represents just the beginning of what promises to be a fascinating area of research that could revolutionize how we think about brain health and aging. Are you excited about the possibility that something as simple as changing how you sleep could have such profound effects on your long-term brain health? This discovery represents the kind of actionable, practical intervention that puts the power to influence your cognitive future directly in your hands. As we continue to learn more about the brain's cleaning system and how various factors influence its effectiveness, we're likely to discover additional ways to optimize this process. Sleep position appears to be just one piece of the puzzle, albeit an important one that everyone can address regardless of their economic situation or access to healthcare. If you've stayed with me this far, you clearly understand that small changes can have big impacts on your long-term health, and you're the kind of person who takes action on important information rather than just filing it away. I'd love to hear in the comments below what your current sleeping position is and whether you're planning to make any changes based on what you've learned today. Share your biggest aha moment from this video and let me know if you've ever noticed a connection between how you sleep and how sharp you feel the next day. If this information has opened your eyes to something you never considered before, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss our latest brain health discoveries. And for those dedicated viewers who made it all the way to the end, click on the video appearing on your screen right now to discover the 5 foods that can supercharge your brain's natural cleaning system while you sleep. It's the perfect complement to optimizing your sleep position for maximum cognitive protection.